So yeah, but like just
sometimes
going off the same thing as far as talking about the school situations I was in a situation one time. It was crazy because it was like I was cool with this dude for like whole high school. I'm like, we cool, and he come to me about an outside situation. We in school, dude.
Right.
He comes to me with an outside situation like, yo, I don't appreciate what your people doing in my neighborhood. Now I know about it. I hear about it. I already heard about it. So I'm like, he like, why don't you tell your people to cut it out? Like, man, listen, I'm a street dude.
Right.
Where you see me at?
Right.
I'm in school right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to tell nobody
nothing.
to do nothing.
Right.
I'm not the messenger.
Right.
Don't give me no message. Now, man, you can work. Man, you can have our issues. We can settle it right here. If not, you leave me alone. You can get out my face. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, that's how you feel? Like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I feel. So you got, I'm a cool dude. In high school, I was a cool dude. I was on the low. You know what I'm saying? But I was a cool person. So a lot of people talked to me. I kicked it with a lot of people that didn't know that I kicked it. And I'm just chilling, and I get word back like, yo, like, they got issue with you, like they whole little block. I say, okay, so like I know a couple of them dudes, I know a couple of the older dudes, you know what I'm saying? So okay, yeah, I know a lot of them, they suckers. So okay, whatever. And this is the first time the situation, on my ass. So I tell my dude. And it was crazy because the word, we never left school, but the word got back before my lunch period came.
Dang.
Word got back to my hood, to some of my young boys.
Dang.
So they come up, and at the time, Hay was wide open.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You can sneak in Hay. We leave the side door open. You sneak up in Hay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no metal detectors. You got metal detectors, you come through the front.
Wow.
But you ain't got metal detectors when you come through the back and through them sides. So, I ain't leave school. I tell my dude and whatever, and the word get back. And my young boys come up before my lunch break, and it's like, I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm the most popular dude, but I'm a popular person to where it's like, yo, where I sit at, I make it happen where I sit at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting at the table, and it's like, I have been sitting there all year. So the dudes that want to beef with me, I invited y'all to my table. I invited y'all to sit at my table. Before this beef happened, I invited y'all to sit at my table because I've been knowing a couple of y'all for years. So I invite y'all to sit at my table this year. So, this really my table. So they sitting at the end of the table, and it's like, it's me and like 6 of my dudes. And it's like, yo, this is the first time I ever really peeped. My dude brought 2 pistols to school.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we ain't taking it that far. Like, some of these dudes gonna run once I punch the first dude in the face. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, it was whatever. Like, this ain't that type of party. But to understand where he coming from with it, like, his mentality was to bust first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm just talking about punching somebody in the face, man. You know what I'm saying? But, being in that situation, when these kids are bad. These young kids are bad. They get worse and worse because we fail to install. Yeah, we fail to install, and they fail to listen.
Yeah, they
don't want to listen. So we kind of both at a standstill. Like, when do you do speak up, and when do they start listening?
I don't know, cause I'm like, when I was growing up, man, like, yeah, there's a lot of cats who was wild out there, and I'm like. And I didn't get it because I'm just like,
what it was.
Like, to me, it was like something's going on at home.
Right.
That's the way I looked at it. Something has to be going on at home to where you feel like you got to come up here
and be just angry
be angry for no reason. And
then too, it could be you had some of them problems. Like, man, my household wasn't squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? I had my own issues, but it was how you took on your issues. You know what I'm saying? Some people.
I'm like everybody didn't have the same issue.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like, it was more to it. It was more to a lot of. I mean, it was.
But
it was
written
on a lot of faces.
I still don't get taking it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't.
If you
get
feel
it.
okay, let me say this. If you gotta say you got a parent, whether mother or father, and they on your neck. You can't do nothing. You can't hang with your friends, and it's like constant bickering at you. This what you feeling like was going on to you. You know what I'm saying? They always harsh. Like the mentality that comes for that would just be straight anger. You know what I'm saying? Anybody say anything to me, anybody in the school say anything to me, I'm gonna do something to them.
Right.
Anybody.
I feel
a teacher
like,
say something to me, I'm gonna throw a desk at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I feel like if you get aggression and violence at home,
right, you display that.
You gonna display that wherever you go.
Yeah.
Like you just gonna have that.
It's all about how you take it in and interpret it and put it out. A lot of people say don't take in negative energy and put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it just people can feel negative vibes. Period. People can feel negative vibes, and you can walk into a place, and if everybody got the most sad looking face, like this ain't about to be a good day.
Right.
It's about to be a long day.
Be a long day.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Do start from home. Sometimes some kids are just bullies.
Right. To me, like that's what it always was. I was like, man, I can't imagine what y'all home life is like because y'all act like this. I'm like, I go home and I got a room to myself. I got video games to play. I got a little computer on there that my grandmother don't even know about. Like I'm watching stuff I should not be watching.
Right. Like, a lot of it, and there's some people who've had all that, and just the whole fact that they want to rebel, and they want to be this type of person and be that type of person. Like, you see the neighborhood drug dealers, you see the neighborhood gangsters or whatever the case may be, the troublemakers. You see that and you like that. It's like, yo, I like that. That's who, and it's right. Like,
sometimes I think that's the case. Is like sometimes it'd be like, oh man, that just looks so cool. I want to do it.
Right.
And I'm like, and you go about it the wrong way because you don't actually live that life.
Right.
You just want it.
You just want it.
And I'm like, and sometimes you just want something because it's so drastically different from what you have.
Right.
And I'm like,
and to most, it's rebellion. It's just rebelling.
Right.
I'm a rebel. Like, man, my mother
tell me
do something. She tell me
my
do something right. I'm doing something left.
Like,
my mother tell me to put my shoes on the right feet and put them on the wrong feet. Like,
I'm like, no, like my home life was just too nice for that. Like I couldn't do that. And I came from a broken home. Make no mistake about it. Like I came from. a broken home.
My upbringing is crazy because the people that played my father played a critical part, and when I say a critical part is my street smarts. That he played a critical part. How to recognize, how to pay attention, how to defend myself, protect myself, what tools I need to survive. He gave me that. Like I say, both my parents gave me the harsh and the good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was icing
right.
icing hot.
And you got that. Like I got like no dad at home. Mom was worst example possible. So I had my grandmother. Now I love my grandmother. Like perfect example. Like just solid. But I had a cousin. He's the only other male in the family besides me and my uncle. And he was probably like if my uncle was on the far left and I was in the middle, he was the extreme right. Like he was hood to no end gangster. Like
it was all the way out.
All the way out.
It was in and out. It was blood in, blood out.
You could literally walk down the street, and if I had just said his name, I probably would have had no problems.
Right.
Like no problems. Like
hey, that's how my pops is.
Like,
right now to this day.
Like that guy. Like and he. Like, that was the example I had. And to me, I was just like, I don't want to be like this guy.
Right.
I'm like...
that was my father's thing. That was my father's thing. My father's thing was be better than me. Like, he showed me how to be a criminal. And gave me an option. You gonna do this or you gonna do that?
Right.
Which one you gonna do? If you pick the criminal side, just think about how I live. How I get my money. You You know what I'm saying? If you pick the book side of this stuff, just imagine how far you can go just knowing stuff.
Just knowing stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, yeah, I don't like looking on my shoulder to see if the police gonna stop me or whatever.
It's very uncomfortable.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo,
I like being able to walk down the street, see the police come up, and grab my and basically be like, man, whatever.
Yeah, and be gone. Look at them. Get them a crazy look like
what?
What you looking at, bro?
You know
what I'm saying?
Get out of here with that.
But it's crazy because, like I say, my father. When I say my father gave me that like he gave me and my sister, me and my older sister, like we seen that, like me, my sister, and my two cousins, my uncle's daughters, like we seen that life firsthand.
Oh yeah,
we seen the life of a user, and we seen the life of a hustler. We seen how both lives go hand in hand, but shouldn't be mixing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's in a family situation.
Right.
Like how they shouldn't mix. So it was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So firsthand, like I say, my father was that person that was like, yo, he gonna give it to you raw and uncut. This is what it is. This is how it's gonna be. If you don't like it, if you can't handle it, don't try it. If you gonna do it 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't move fake. You can't half step with it.
Right.
So it was like, all right, and that's as firm as he always taught it. You know what I'm saying? And it was, like you say about your cousin, you be scared, you could go out and say his name and you get much respect. Like when my father was like, yo, you see, son? And he'd be like, should I answer yes or should I answer no? Because what if he did something to this dude and he ain't never let go?
Right.
Or what if my father? But on the other hand, my father, he have a good heart. So what if he took care of this dude? And
So you ain't.
I don't know. I'm on guard when I'm like, yeah, I'm on guard. Like I don't know what's coming.
Right.
So I'm on guard. Like, yeah, that's my pops. I ain't gonna not represent my pops.
Right.
But yeah, that's my pops. But I'm on guard. Right. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know what's gonna happen because
that's that life, man.
Yeah. I'm not about it. like CJ say, I'm from the suburbs.
Yeah, but I live in the side. I've suburb lived too. I live both sides of the track. You know what I'm saying? My mom's mom played the suburbs, so I got to witness that life. And,
I am suburban.
Suburban. Suburban. Oh my God! This dude just brought something new out the bag. Suburban.
I am suburban, yo.
Wow.
We will be right back.
Wow. You should copyright that.